have you ever imagined that a bicycle might have a story to tell? You might see it as nothing more than a two-wheeled machine, but within its frame lie tales of freedom, adventure, and the wind brushing against a joyful face. Today, the bicycle, will share my journey from being nothing more than cold metal to becoming a companion for childhood adventures and cherished memories. Let me tell you my story. I was not born a bicycle as you see me now. I was once just scattered pieces of metal waiting to be transformed into something with a soul and purpose. I saw myself in a cold steel frame, in silent wheels, in handlebars that no one had yet gripped. I longed for the moment when all these pieces would come together, giving me a name, a purpose, allowing me to roll down streets and laugh alongside children. Then the day of my true birth arrived. In the factory, all my parts were assembled, wheels connected to the axis, a seat securely fastened, and suddenly I was whole, ready for adventure. It felt like waking up from a long slumber. Placed among my fellow bicycles in the shop, I waited patiently, wondering who would take me home and become my first companion on this journey. Then a small boy arrived, his eyes shining with excitement, his hands cautiously yet eagerly feeling my handlebars. I heard him ask his father, "Can I have it? I want to learn how to ride a bike." And in that moment, I knew I had found my place in this world. He took me home, wasting no time before trying to ride me. On that first day, I felt his legs tremble on the pedals. He wobbled, he fell once, then again, but I did not mind. I knew he just needed to trust me, just as I needed to move for the first time. Then one day, after many attempts, I finally felt his feet steady on the pedals. I felt the air rush past me, the wheels spinning freely, and his laughter ringing through the street. We were flying together as if I had been reborn. I was no longer just a bicycle. I had become the wings of a child discovering freedom for the first time. Days passed, and we became inseparable. I was there for every adventure. Rides to the park, races with friends, even moments when he was sad, riding me fast through the rain as if we were escaping the world together. I witnessed his small victories, his adventures, and his childhood unfolding day by day. But time does not stand still. My boy grew older and I saw him less and less. He no longer rode me as he once did. Then came that day. The day he pushed me into the corner of the yard, giving me one last look, as if silently saying goodbye. For the first time, I felt lonely. It seemed my golden days had come to an end. But that was not our final farewell. Years later, I saw another child approach me. He was not a stranger. He looked like my old companion, only smaller, with the same curious eyes. I heard a familiar voice say, "This was my bike when I was a kid, and now it's yours." Suddenly, my journey began again. My wheels turned forward, and I felt the same hesitation, the same first laughter, the same thrilling start of a new adventure. I realized I still had a purpose, as long as there was a child dreaming of flying on two wheels. I am not just a bicycle. I am every child's dream, the freedom that rolls forward, the memories that return with each new generation. And so, our journey today comes to an end, but the real journey never truly stops. Life is full of stories waiting to be told. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to show your support, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a moment of reflection in the midst of life's chaos. Stay tuned for our next story, where we'll take you on another journey filled with meaning and inspiration. Until then, remember, everything around us carries a story worth telling.